Hey everybody, Tony D and Little Joan here with your Hollywoke hot take. Smash like and subscribe, etc., etc. Please check out my books, etc., etc. Links in the description. And also, don't forget to subscribe on Rumble and BitChute. Lord knows how long I'll be left to speak here on YouTube. So, this came across Breitbart. Madonna, the patriarchy continues to try and crush my neck. Take away my voice. Uh-huh. Okay. Let me give you a little history of Madonna from somebody who lived in the 80s when she was very popular. This is Madonna on stage with the Beastie Boys in a bra. Because Madonna was young and hot. She was the Britney Spears of her time, or I don't know, what hot chick is running around now half naked? Miley Cyrus. And, you know, she sold sex as well as, not actual sex, but as well as music. And I'm not knocking her talent. She is very talented, by the way. Extremely. And she even had the Beastie Boys open for her before they were even very big. This is an article, in fact. I forget where it's from. Ink Tank, where it talks about, and it links to a little documentary about the Beastie Boys opening for a show, and her fans obviously hated them because young girls would go to see Madonna and their mothers, and it would be young teenage girls, and the Beastie Boys would come on stage and basically, you know, do a set, and this is mid-'80s, this is like 85. You know, they would do their set. They were pretty vulgar. And they were just, you know, at the time, like, oh my God, what is this? We came to see Madonna. So this is them on stage goofing around. I think they're squirting water pistols at Madonna, and she's squealing and running away. So it was a good time. Good time. I'm not knocking a good time, but, you know, I'm not seeing the patriarchy here, Madonna. Here's one of her album covers from 85, Material Girl. Yeah, she sold albums like that. Because you'd see an album like this, go, ooh. You know, and you'd think about buying them. You'd think about buying the album because it was like, well, she's really hot. But, you know, the music wasn't for me. I wasn't a huge Madonna fan. I only like one song she did. I like Vogue. I think Vogue is okay. A bit later. I think there's like one or two other songs that I find like listenable. But I'm definitely not a Madonna fan, and I kind of didn't like Guy Ritchie's movies when they were together. So I kind of partly blame her for that, I think. But this article, okay, I mean, this is a bit much, even for Madonna. And understand, Madonna's always been an attention seeker. She goes right to where the attention is. So this doesn't surprise me, because this is a thing, and she's finally glommed onto it and said, oh, here's a thing that I could be relevant again, I think. Pop star Madonna took to Twitter on Friday to rail against the patriarchy, claiming that this entity, quote, continues to crush my neck and, quote, cut off my life force and take away my voice. Really? Here's the whole tweet. The patriarchy continues to crush my neck with their heavy boots, cut off my life force, and take away my voice. Even those who call themselves artists, you know who you are. Death to the patriarchy, now and forever. Hashtag risk what you value. Hashtag value what you risk. Okay. And I have no doubt Madonna probably does her own tweets. She's kind of like Trump in that vein. Like, she is a workhorse. She, you know, Lady Gaga. She's like the Lady Gaga of her time. And, but, you know, it says right here, her net worth is roughly $850 million. Okay, you don't get to be worth over $800 million and then cry about the patriarchy. You just don't. I mean, that's enough money to run and win for president, as Trump showed us. So, come on, Madonna. That That didn't look like the patriarchy was doing anything other than having a good time. What happened to good time Madonna? Last year, after the death of George Floyd, the singer proclaimed "F the police" in an Instagram post lambasting law enforcement. She was never big politically back in the 80s, I don't think. Never really had much to say. I mean, like all her songs were like, about girls and being in love and wanting material things. And really, she just chased controversy, right? She did a whole like album where she did songs about Catholicism, kind of. That was sort of like a Virgin, I think. I think that was the album. And, she did this book called Sex, where she did, like, photos, sexy photos, and she posed with some of her dancers, and it was outrageous. Outrageous! And that's, that's her shtick. But, she's got to be almost my age. She's got to be older than me. She's got to be, like, in her 50s, maybe pushing 60. Don't get me wrong. She looks great for her age. Looks absolutely great for an old woman. But she don't look like this anymore. No, and she is she works out. She works out. She looked good for a long time. She didn't mess around. I respect her work ethic. But come on, Madonna, do you really got to jump on board and pretend like you're being oppressed when you're worth $850 million or more? I mean, seriously? And I get it. Everybody saw George Floyd and it was a bad video. And then later we were learning some stuff that, well, wasn't exactly what we all thought it was. But she said stuff like, no one should be allowed to carry a gun, especially police officers. Okay, if you want to disarm the country and let China roll in here, I guess that's a strategy. I don't think it's a very good one. This has to stop, Madonna wrote, until we can overcome racism in America. No one should be allowed to carry a gun. Most of all cops. F the police. Yeah, I said it. Yeah, that was edgy in like 95. But now, like, it doesn't even raise an eyebrow at this point. In 2017, when Donald Trump was in office, the pop star said she had been thinking about, quote, doing something to the White House. I don't know if I can say it on YouTube. They're so censory these days. Quote, yes, I'm angry. I'm outraged. Yes, I have an awful lot about doing something to the White House, but I know this won't change anything, Madonna told a crowd of Women March attendees. Come on. I mean, seriously? Look, I respect her art. I do. I don't listen to her music, but I respect it because she built a brand and she works hard and she has a huge audience, even now. But come on. I mean, really? Do we have to suffer a millionaire, almost a billionaire, crying that the patriarchy's had her down? I didn't recall her crying about the patriarchy back in the 80s when she was half naked on stage. She was too busy collecting all that $800 million. So, please, give it a rest. Spare us, Madonna. Spare us your, oh, woe is me. I'm being picked on. I'm a millionaire. I got hundreds of millions of dollars, but everybody's against me. No, you have more than enough money to fix things, right? If you really think there's a patriarchy out there to fight, why don't you spend $400 million fighting it? Spend some money. Do something. Oh, I got it. You're selling albums. Ah, that's what you're doing. Trying to get to that $1 billion threshold. It's kind of pathetic. I mean, I get it. You want to try to stay relevant, but man, this is just not the way to do it. This is a surefire way of driving your career right into a ditch. Because there are plenty of young girls out there who are going to hear that and go, who the hell is this old woman? And there are plenty of older fans closer to my age who would be like, I really liked Madonna, but I don't like this political Madonna. I didn't listen to Madonna for politics. I listened because She had cool clothes, and she was hip, and she was young and fun. How about fun Madonna? Let's bring back fun Madonna.